It's an unassuming house in rural Maine, but beyond its small frame is a foreclosure fight that set off a chain reaction of banks halting foreclosures in nearly 24 states. And it all started with this man, attorney Tom Cox.
I didn't know this case would do it. I thought it was going to take a lot more effort.
Among the stacks of foreclosure cases that Cox volunteers to work on, he noticed a red flag in the first line of an affidavit.
All he's telling us here is that he's a signing officer. He signs papers. And that was the first clear signal that there was a real problem.
Cox tracked down the signer from mortgage servicer GMAC named Jeffrey Steffen, who worked outside Philadelphia. Cox then traveled there in June to take a deposition.
I asked him, do you have personal knowledge of what is contained in your affidavits? And when he said he didn't, as a lawyer, that's just staggering.
Steffen also admitted to signing 6,000 to 8,000 documents a month. The case moved to Maine District Court. GMAC tried to prevent Cox from sharing the deposition. A judge said no to that request and also found the signer acted in bad faith. GMAC, now Ally Financial, became the first of several banks to freeze some foreclosures. An Ally Financial spokeswoman tells us any case with a defective affidavit is being reviewed and fixed before moving forward.
The family that lives here admits they haven't been able to pay their mortgage in the last 2 years. They've fallen on hard times. They couldn't keep up with the payments. But they've been able to stay here because their case is now turned into a lengthy legal battle.
And Cox fights on. While Ally Financial says it hasn't found any errors in its review of documents, Cox says he's troubled by what he calls an abuse of the legal system. And there's another thing driving him, his past. He once worked for a Maine bank where he had to call in loans and execute foreclosures.
But it was not pleasant work to do. So this has been a chance the last couple of years to do what I think is really good work and maybe to make up for some of the difficulties I caused for a few other people back in the 80s and 90s.
In 2010, he says he never expected a fight over a modest small home would have such big implications.
The legal battle over this house isn't expected to end anytime soon. Just this week, GMAC filed a motion to dismiss its current complaint, citing the cost of what it calls a contentious and convoluted piece of litigation. But it's vowing to fight ahead and says it will win at trial. But attorney Tom Cox is determined to fight them every step of the way. Mary Snow, CNN, Denmark, Maine.